Monday, June the 26th. Let's talk about some races over at Louisiana Downs. I am going to be looking at races 3 and 5 for Monday out at Louisiana. And want to remind you, the low takeout wagers. Those are always the wagers you want to look for at each track. Which ones are the lowest takeout? Which ones are going to give me most of my money back? The win play show, 17%. And then you've got the 15% low takeout pick 4 and pick 5. I'm looking at the daily racing form past performances, the DRF formulator past performances. You can purchase these at drf.com. But if you have a DRF bets account, you can actually get these past performances for free. We'll tell you more about that at the end of the video. Let's dive in for a few best bets for Monday. Taking a look at race number 3. It's a $12,500 claimer, non-winners of 2 lifetime. It feels like the 1 Frosty Brew, the 2 Bit of Honey, the 3 Arklahoma Soul are all going to go. I think all 3 of them are going to be forwardly placed. I could see all of them pushing each other. I could also see the 6 Smarties Angel flashing speed. The horse who's really intriguing to me is Petulia. Now, her first 3 starts came at Oaklawn Park. Her first 2 against Arkansas Breds, against maiden claimers, and then Arkansas Bred maiden special weights. She dropped down in class, and she faced open maiden 20 claimers. She wins that day. She sits off the pace nicely, winning at 6 furlongs on the dirt. Then she's claimed. She comes over to Louisiana, and she's claimed at Louisiana on June the 4th. Now she's in the Villafranco barn, who's had a really nice start to the meeting. Let's watch the race on June the 4th at Louisiana. She was in the same field as Arklahoma Soul, who is her rival in this race. Arklahoma Soul was the number 5 in the race we're watching. We're going to look at the number 1, Petulia. Now, keep in mind, she drew the rail, which is not always easy for a horse in a sprint race trying to come from off the pace. So, kind of gets bumped in a little bit, but she's a fine start. She's just behind the leaders. And watch the trip that she's going to end up getting. Instead of being just behind the leaders as they stack up, she gets shuffled back and gets pushed back a little bit. And she ends up forced to have to angle around because right here now, she's sort of in trouble. You have the horse like the 2 right to your outside. And then in front of you, you have 3 horses. You can tell that you don't really have anywhere to go. So right now, they just have to sort of sit, and try to angle the one to the outside and hope they can steer around some of the horses in front that might start tiring. And that's such a tough trip, losing all that ground, going from inside right behind the leaders, getting shuffled back, then having to angle to the outside, tip around, and come running. And, she's going to just miss getting back up, or she does actually get back up for 3rd here. Beaten, well beaten, but I feel like the trip is going to be much different. I think she'll be able to sit nicely behind horses. Hopefully that you don't get the shuffle and then have to angle around. Just make that decision early, sit behind horses. We've already seen a horse come back from this race to win their next start. The 4th place finisher, Preach It Girl, came back to win a 5,000 non-winners of 2 next time out on June the 17th. So the race has come back live. That's Petulia, 9-2 in race number 3. Let's move to the 5th race. This one is a mile on the turf. And we're going to take a look at a maiden special weight field going the mile on the turf course. And I like the 6 in here. Look at Betty. One of the major positives about the daily racing form past performances, the ones right here, formulator, you can see the pedigree information really quickly. And just at first glance, when you see Smart Strike on the top and Pulpit on the bottom side, this horse is bred beautifully for the grass. Looking at Betty, her dam never tried the turf, never raced. But when you look at some of her siblings, she is a half sibling to a horse named She's So Special, who's actually a pretty decent horse, who's a stakes winner sprinting on the turf, a 3-time turf winner, and has been in against Graded Stakes Company. 2 other siblings tried the turf, got a headache, won on it. Freedom Bound didn't win on the turf, but did finish second on the turf twice. So let's look at this. 3 siblings to try turf. 2 of them won. The other one didn't win, but ran really well. She ran better races on the turf than on any other surface. So I'm expecting the 6 horse now who got that fitness race on June the 2nd at Evangeline. McMahon comes over to ride. I'm expecting a big effort from Looking at Betty, stretching out, bred beautifully for the turf. That is race number 5 on Monday at Louisiana Downs. Best of luck there on Monday over at Louisiana. Now, when you're playing the races, if you're looking for a place to play to get your past performances, it's always drf.com. But at DRF Bets, they're actually offering you a promotion right now where you can get free Formulator past performances. Go to DRF Bets right now. Use the promo code WINNING. Sign up for an account. Deposit exactly $250. They will match that. They'll give you a $10 free bet. So all of a sudden, the $250 you put in, you got $510 right back. And then they'll give you 10 free Formulator cards. And every $50 following that, you'll be able to earn credit for another Formulator card. Good luck on Monday at Louisiana Downs. We'll have some best bets for you each and every day. Good luck to Roxanne Tanner and to track announcer John McGarry. They hold things down and give you all sorts of great analysis on the live broadcast each and every race.